Okay, here we go. This is my 1960 Ford Thunderbird, and I'm going to be upgrading these standard lights, which are pretty rubbish really compared to today's standards, and I should be upgrading them to LEDs. A few people have asked me to do a video of this upgrade. A couple of people said not much point really because it's a plug and play, just need a screwdriver. But that is the case, but not if you're going to be doing what I'm doing, which is putting LED headlights in, which incorporates a daytime running light as well as. And what that means is that there's going to be some more wiring to be doing rather than just a plug and play, and that will incorporate this unit here, which I'm just starting to put in now, but I shall go over that a little bit later. And what that does is when the headlights come on, the halos, which will be on this part of the new LEDs, they will dim to half brightness, so 50% less, because obviously being daytime running lights, they're very bright during the day so that you can see them, but they'll be too bright in the evening. So that's what the controller is I've just shown you there. The LED lights that I've got, I'll show you those in a minute, are both dipped and main beam, but as you probably know, on the Thunderbird, the outside light here is the dipped beam and main beam, and the inner light is just the main beam only. The LEDs come with both, but to keep uniformity with the old style, I'll be disconnecting one wire that does the dipped on this one. Okay, so to start the process, you need to remove the two screws here, top and bottom, which removes the outer ring. Mine's chrome, some are body coloured, but that pulls off, and then that will reveal the two headlights in their mountings. I've removed one here already, but to do so you need to undo 3 small screws, not all the way, and as you can see here, there's a slot with a larger hole at the end, so you rotate that ring to the left and they just pop off, and then the whole headlamp falls out, and you disconnect by removing the socket on the back. Okay, this is the LED unit that I'll be replacing the old with, and obviously that's on both sides. As you can see, just plug in as normal to the socket at the back there. But also these incorporate a halo light, the daytime running light, and you can also run your indicators off that as well if you wish to. I'm not going to do that because I've got LEDs now in the side lights and indicators at the bottom there, so all I'm going to have is the daytime running lights on both of these lights at the same time. Now, what I didn't realise when I was ordering, and I looked at so many, that I thought I ordered the ones that were going to fit, but these were slightly out, and I've had to make a couple of small notches into the back of the holder for it to slot in and go in all the way. This is what you need to be careful of, many are quite thick on the depth, and they won't fit into the dish of the holder, and what a lot of people do is they cut all the way around here and take this bit off. Unfortunately with these you can't do that, because part of the adjustment for the headlights, if you need to, goes on this pin here. So I've decided to cut this because it was only going to be the notches here, and it hasn't disturbed the integrity of the holder. And if I wish to, or if I sell the vehicle and the new owner wants to go back to stock headlights, you can still do it with the old ring, whereas if I had to cut it all the way around, you wouldn't be able to do that. You'd only better take LEDs in the future. Okay, so to remove this headlight, I'm just going to loosen the screw there, a couple of turns, one down the bottom, again a couple of turns, and this one here. That was not turning very well. Okay, that's it. Got it. Now as you can see, you just turn it. It should just pop out. Taking the ring off, revealing the headlight. And as you can see with this one, it's only got the 2 prongs instead of the 3, because this is just a full beam, it's not a dipped. So I'll be doing that again with the LEDs, even though it's got a dipped beam incorporated in it. But I don't think on UK roads you can have 2 dipped lights, but you can have the 2 beams. So that's the removal of both headlamps. Now this ring here, which I'm going to have to modify as I have done with this one, I've had to take a small notch out here so the new one fits in and doesn't rotate, and the fins that are on the back here are just slightly proud, so I've had to nick into the edge of the holder. Here so that they fit, and I'm going to have to do the same with this one. So I'll leave you for a second and come back in a moment. Okay, before I start putting it back, I'm just going to give a little bit of clean up around the paintwork here. Okay, so I've replaced one dish here, which I've taken the notches out. Now this one here, there's a locating pin here which goes into the adjuster here, so you can adjust the headlights. So the top one here just goes on this screw at the top there, should just slide in like so, and then the pin goes into the bar on the left hand side here like so. And that fits in like so. There's a small spring at the back here, where it locates. So pull that out and pop that in the hole, and that holds the holder back in place. And then we're ready for the wiring. Okay, as you can see now, this is the standard connector here. So we need to, this feed wire needs to go to the green wire, which then will light the halo around the outside of the headlamp. But to get both of them to work, I need to loop this incoming cable over to this one. So I'll quickly do that now. Pass it around the back. There we have the loop going across to the other side. Now this one is going to be for the high beam. This spare red wire here is for the indicators, but I'm not going to have those because I'm quite happy with the LEDs I've got on the turn signals as they are, which are the standard ones. So this one is just the high beam, which goes on the inside. We've got an adapter here because we only need the 2 cables for this instead of the 3, and that's going to be the black and the red. We won't be needing the blue, which is for the dipped. So these 2 go in the original holder. so. The red wire that we looped will go into the green wire. Make sure that's covered over. That's that one wired. And then the ring should go on like so. There we go. Next thing is to wire up the halos with the control unit, and we're done. Okay, so to sort out the daytime running lights so that they switch off when the headlights go on, I've put in a small relay here. This is different to the one I showed in one of the previous videos. That didn't work at all. They stayed on the whole time, so I've had to devise this one by putting this relay here, which is quite handy. I've fixed on the regulator screw there. I was able to find a spare ignition lead here, so that one comes around and feeds into there, goes straight through onto the DRLs, which go down on this side and the other side there for the other headlight. And then what I've done is I've tapped off of the main headlight feed here. So what that does, when the headlights are switched on, this feeds to the relay, switches the relay and turns off the connection between the two for the daytime running lights. And obviously as soon as you turn the headlights off, then the relay switches back and turns the daytime running lights on. So that now complies with UK law. Don't know what it's like in the States or anywhere else, but we comply now. And I'll show you a video of all the LEDs working on the front of the vehicle. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me, but the vehicle, as soon as you turn your ignition on, the halos will start up, and that gives you your daytime running lights. I can then go to the side lights, and then when I go to the headlights, the daytime running lights should turn out and the headlights come on. And for the main beam, and switch the lights off. And also you've got your indicators on the LED as well. That's it.